Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures Okay, so I haven't made a video for almost a week and now apparently I can't talk anymore. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing something new. Like it's a game. You guys can play. And I've got a hashtag for it and everything. And it includes dice. You just need 2 dice. You get to play with dice. And scraps. So, this was a cigar box that my cousin had covered. It was my grandpa. She covered with like duct tape. I left a little bit. I think my cousin is the one that maybe grandpa covered it. I don't know. But also he tends to cover things with his address. Okay, so but it's a cigar box. And I brought this home on my last trip. So as I was cleaning off my desk, I put like a lot of the scraps and also those layering bits that were in that box. Let me get these all in here, all move them around and everything. So there's all kinds of random scraps in here. And so we're going to do what I'm calling a scrap shoot. Kind of like craps, but with scraps and dice. So I'm going to roll my dice, and whatever number I get is how many scraps I need to pull out. Random scraps, blind picking. I don't get to look and pick. I have to just grab from the box and not look. I'll even turn it that way so you know I'm not looking. How's that? I have a bigger box of scraps too, in case I get like 2 6s or something. And then I just have to make something with it. Anything. Could be an art journal page, piece of ephemera, an envelope, anything I want. And you can too. Grab your scraps, grab a couple dice, or put some number. If you don't have dice, you can put some numbers in a little cup and draw a number. And that's how many scraps. Just have at least 2. It's probably more fun with at least 2. So, and if I look cuter, I would have done my face for this. But I'm only as cute as I usually am. So let's go ahead and roll the dice. 5, 6. So I need to pick up 6 scraps. Also, I need to clean these dice or find better. I think I don't know, there's something gross on that. Luckily so 6. 6. Oh, let me turn it this way so I can't see. Also, I'm closing my eyes. So let's see. 1. Go to the bottom. 2. And I can add, I use anything else with it too. But I have to work with, that's 3, the random scraps that I pull out of here. 4. I hope you guys can see this. 5, that feels like a big one. Go to the bottom again, get a small one. Or something. I don't know. 6. There we go. 6. Unless something fell out. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right? Hopefully stuff fell out as I was doing it. So this will be coming back again because I don't know how often I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it and make it a thing. So that'll be fun. Alright, so I've got this little flower and this little piece. So those will probably be near the top of my layers. Oh yay, we've got some fun colors to work with that don't necessarily go. And I don't have to use that leaf. I don't like that leaf. I might use this side. So, let's see. And I can use other scraps as well. I can bring in more scraps. Like maybe I've got some scraps that'll pull those 2 colors together. Maybe. That's got some pink. Not the right pink. Alright. I've got stuff, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and my bases can be anything from a collaged card to more scraps, to anything. It could even be this. I can make a corner pocket. That's a little crazy for that corner pocket, isn't it? This has these colors. This has all the colors right here. But how might I... But that doesn't mean I have to use that. Don't mind me. I really should probably have... I probably should pause while I look for something. I had a bunch of bases right here that I can work with though. Let's just grab a piece of this, and I think I'm going to just collage on here, and I'm going to bring in some things. Okay, I'm going to separate this. This is a big piece. So I'm going to just collage on here, and then if I don't like how it comes out, I can show you what to do when you're just picking out random things and maybe you don't. Oh, I could have always used the back side of that too, which is just words, but I didn't. So this idea was inspired by my friend Lisa. She asked me something to the effect of, what if you pull out your last pieces without looking? And I was like, and I don't know where the dice came in. I just, you know, I don't know. I might have, oh, that ripped. I might have been sitting on the toilet. Who knows? I honestly cannot remember where it all came together. But at some point, I was like, oh, I could make it a game. And I could do this or this. And next thing I knew, I'm looking up, you know, like, I think I first thought of roulette. Like, you know, like the roulette table, or Russian roulette was what I was thinking of, roulette. But I looked that word up, and I'm like, no, that's not what I mean. And then I'm like, well, maybe like craps. And so I looked that word up, and that was a little bit closer. All right, I did ask them to not have the TV be loud. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Thanks. She turned it down for me. Thankfully, I got good guys. Everyone is home today except my husband. Okay, so, oh, was I talking about the, how I came up with the thing? I don't know. Well, anyway, so, and then, you know, craps, scraps. It just seemed like a good scrap shoot. Seemed like fun. I did say I could add more scraps, right? Yes. I just have to use the, whoops, the ones that I'm starting with. And I'm just randomly putting these on here. There's no rhyme or reason to any of this. Ouch, move that out of the way. Going through some glue paper, as you do. Oops, sorry. I tried to have that. All right, I got to remember, my microphone is to the right of me because my guys are home. So I moved it closer to me, hoping you'd hear me more than, you know, other random noises throughout. You know, they can go backwards. It's fine. Noises throughout the house. So I'm just hoping. All right, let me find, got some music here, and I think what I'm going to do is grab one of my circle punches and do some circles on this. Let's see. So some of you, because we do have the circles there, so it kind of makes sense. Some of you, thank you for the kind comments, by the way, in my post about my kitty. It was very sudden, very unexpected. My son saw her have a seizure, and then that was it. That's all she wrote. And so it's been very weird not having her here, to say the least. Looking for my cutter, which I just had a minute ago. Oh, I did order myself. All right. I do have, like, you know, you've seen me use it, probably my other cutter. My, you know, the other cutter, but for some reason, all right. For some reason, I'm not sure where it is. It may still be packed away. I probably brought it with me. It's probably that's probably where it is. It's probably in a bag that I had packed. And, yeah. All right. putting these to the side so nothing happens to them. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not loving this. Let me add a little bit more of something. Of course, the problem with this is it's printed, and so the potential of it leaking or something when I paint on it, which I think I'm gonna use some gesso on this, which is your secret weapon when you don't love something. Did I just move you? No, thank you. Oh no, I'm gonna have to turn. I hate when I forget to do things like make sure that the video is in the right direction. I hate that because now I'm gonna have to like wait for it to adjust later. All right, should we do any more circles of some sort? Just some random. Oh, see, you can't go wrong with this kind of stuff. See, these are the scraps I love because they go with everything. Stick something up here in the corner. Where else am I missing something? Over in this corner. I don't need a big piece. Just covering that corner. I mean, I don't have to cover every corner because it's a fairly thick cardstock behind there. But still, I don't have to, but I kind of want to. So there's that. I don't want to totally cover up the pieces that I'm supposed to use. That kind of defeats the purpose, don't you think? Let's grab this little signature, part of a signature. Might not show up anywhere, but we will break up this area over here a little bit, which will also. Alright, so now I've got some color and texture back here in the background here. Things are going every which way. I don't even know which way this is going to go in the end. Who knows? It's pretty much covered. Okay, now I've cut around the edges to take off that outside part, and I've got some gesso here. And I'm going to take one of my cards, one of my cards, it's a mess, and I don't want a thick layer, I just kind of want to get some gesso on here to push it to the background a little more, basically, is what I'm wanting to do. And then during one of these, I'm going to hopefully work on my, I have an art journal that I made a couple winters ago. I did really well on, like, I had a fall journal that year, and I pretty much had filled up that fall journal just about. But then, and then I made the winter journal, thinking, all right, I'm going to do this in the winter. I don't know what happened, but not much got done on that winter journal. Whoops. Trying to go thin so that if I do cover some pieces, I can still see them through, because I still want to see it. I just want it to be. So if you have a bunch of scraps, whoops, see, I didn't mean to cover that much. A bunch of scraps that don't go together, just put them on paper. Add some gesso. What's next? What's next is I need to dry it. So let me do that real quick while I try to put the cover back on this. The gesso I used is the Crafter's Workshop, but any gesso is good, in my opinion, for this. And if you don't have gesso, white acrylic paint or cream acrylic paint, really thin layer, will work just fine too. Oh my goodness, you know how hard it was to remember to say that as I was looking for the things. Alright, I think I want to use some of this stencil here, and I'm going to use Uncharted Mariner, which will be kind of in between this blue and this blue-green. And that way I can focus more on the colors I prefer, which are blues. I'm not as much, I like cool colors, because I'm a cool cat. Yeah, Now, I'm not doing the whole stencil. I'm doing a little piece there. And I'll do maybe a little piece down here. Oh, I can flip it. I forgot. Also, don't have to do things in threes. We'll see. I don't know if I'll do a third one or just, if I do a third one, it's just going to be like, yeah, I don't think well, let me see. I'm just going to do this a little bit. These flowers right there even. I was going to do the middle bit, but I'm just doing those flowers. There we go. There we go. And this is a stencil from PM Artist Studio, pmartiststudio.com. And you can use a code to get 10% off, $30 or more, DarcyFan10. I try to always link that down in the description box when I've used their stencils. Alright, also I want to add the white. The white gesso is a little white. So I'm going to ink it up a little bit with that. And then I'm going to do our, see, I've already got a lot of script on there, so maybe not script this time. And I've got a lot of circles on there now. So what about a bold stripe? You want to do a bold stripe? And a darker color would be black. Blue and black is fun. And there's some black there in the background. And then I'm going to go between all these lines here. And I'm not putting it down to the end because I don't want squared off bits. And then maybe here. Do I want a third place or not? I do like how get a little bit lighter. Alright, just random. There we go. Super random. It's alright. It doesn't have to come out perfect every time. Alright, so it's not done. You know how I know that? Because I don't love it yet. So it can't be done. If it was done, I'd be loving it right now. I'm going to go ahead and ink. I don't know why I made it so big. Oh, because I had so many scraps. Is that why I made it so big? Oh, for some reason I thought it flipped over and I was like on the wrong side here. Oh, I want to... Do I want to keep it this big? That's the question. I think I want to cut it down a little bit. And make a tag. And what I could do is I could put this on the back just as a little decoration. Or something. But I want to make this into a tag. And this big thing, that kind of grounds it for me. That's where I want the bottom to be. Alright. Let me look and find something to put on this. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I found what I want to use. And then I used some of the scraps and made a little journaling card. Just put it on some cardstock. Forgot to ink the back, but that's okay. That's not that important. And I'm going to do on here what I did with the other one. I'm just going to add a little bit of stencil to the back. You could still write on it. This would be helpful if I had, you know, I'm just going to go just really lightly over the whole thing for this one. That'll just give it just a little something. So now it's not just plain white. No, you know, it's not plain. It's got a little something to it. And I did that on the back of this one as well. I backed it with some line paper and did a little bit of stenciling. And the reason I made the journal card is because I'm going to use this bit here and make a little side pocket. And you know what I need for that? Well, first of all, let's put the cover on this. I need my art glitter glue, which was here the other day. I found it. Didn't take me long either. It was just over here. Ooh, this pieces. I might use that. We'll see. Alright, I want this to be at the bottom. So I'm just going to go on the top and the bottom, and this, just going to go that way. The side. Do like Gail does, and hold the side that's going to be open, that I don't want the glue on. And then, you know, dump my glue and everything everywhere. Let me come a little lower, because that's, or do that there. I'm going to get glue everywhere now, because I haven't cut off that top bait yet, but I can never cut it just right, so I figure I'll wait until it's glued on there, and then I'll cover it. I mean, cut it. Cover it. I want to make sure I get that so it's not showing. And then make sure it's okay. There we go. And that will be a little pocket for that journal card. See, I used all the pieces, and we got a little bit of orange. Oh, maybe I want to cut out another orange label. I don't know. Actually, I think I do, because then I can have this one be a little bigger on the front and do the little one on the back. These are, I believe, from Took's Craft Table. She has a shop on Ko-fi. That's where her digitals. She's trying to move all her digitals there. Even her freebies are there, and I can't remember if this was a freebie. I think she also has a Facebook group. What's on your craft desk? I think is the name of it. I don't know. If you look up Took's Craft Table on Facebook, you'll find it. And, you know, she'll announce when she's got freebies coming up on, what's it called? KO-FI. And she's probably KOF-I/Took's Craft Table or something like that. Alright, so I have the orange up there, and I wanted to bring a little bit of orange down here is why I was wanting to do that. That's it. That's what I wanted to do there. And then let's decorate this little one real quick. I didn't want to cover the dragonfly. And then I've got some friends who love carnations. And so I thought, you know what? In honor of those friends, you know who you are, thought I'd do a carnation. My mother-in-law also loves carnations. Just kind of bring it to right where that all comes together. That breaks up that line as well. And then I had a little blue label here. And then where's the green one? I had a little green label. There's an orange one. We're having my green label. There it is. So I thought I'd come up. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, blue one first. So I don't know when I'm going to put this out. I might put, oh my goodness. We're going to have a distressed label. It's covered in glue now. What did I do? Alright, I want it nice and low so I don't cover too much of that. If you have any ideas or suggestions for this hashtag, like anything you want to see me do, let me know. If you try out the hashtag yourself, I hope you will, whether you do a video or just do it and post it on Facebook or Instagram, just hashtag scrapsshoot, SCRAPSSHOOT. And that'll be fun, right? I hope. I accidentally had my printer on, I'm going to put that there, on double-sided, so all my labels are like, I have to pick a side. I don't know if I want something, oh, my hands are a mess. The glue makes everything stick to everything. So there's that. And then on the front here, I still want these little 3 pieces to show, so I'm not going to cover up everything, but I do have this piece, bringing out this piece, which is already in the base. That's the purpose for that, is to just bring something forward that was in the background. Probably could have done that with the, one of the other, I have other scraps like that. I could have gone through and looked for those. And then, normally, I go and I put stuff like this down here. I'm going a different direction today. I know, I surprised myself. I'm like, what? I'm putting it up here. What that does, though, is all these places where the papers are coming together, it kind of hides that. And then I've got my birdie here, and he's connected to everything. There's no orphaning going on. I could set him on something, but then I cover my thing there. So he's going to be a bird that floats, I think. Then I was going to put, let's see, oh, I can't put it under there now. I was going to kind of put this up in this direction to make sure that there's some orange. So there's orange here, this orangey red here. I don't know. Orange is a good complementary color to blue. I think is why I'm trying to bring out the orange instead of the pink. I do want that to show though. There we go. Okay. And I think this will go down here. Is our bird going to be 50 cents a pound? Alright, I can do this. Let's see. Nope. Do I want to put this over here? Nope. Alright, I didn't pay attention to what's going on down here before when I came up with this idea-ish. It was just a little much. Maybe bring him down a little more. Oh, I still want that little bit of orange to show. Is that weird? You know what? We're just going to put it on and hope for the best. Just going to put him where he lands. This is kind of where he's landing. Maybe make him a little bit straight. Straight is in this way. I don't care about the other thing. He can be what he wants. He can be brave. Look at that, brave. Alright, it is well with my soul. I don't want it right in the center. That bugs me. I'm going to come to the right just a little bit. And that way, I'll use this flower over here. And if it bugs me too much that he's not sitting on anything, I don't like that. I'm just going to take it's just a pencil, but it's a water-soluble pencil. So I'm just going to give him a little bit of a shadow right there, which will ground him a little bit, and a little bit of water. Is there water in there? Yeah, such as it is. Just to, you know, give that a little shadow thingamabob happening. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I'm going to use, all right, let me take out the thing from the back. Cases. I got one of these. I'm very excited. This was my Christmas present to myself. Yes, I'm trying it for the first time. It's open. I don't want to go that far in. Where does it? Okay. Oh, does this? Oh, good. You can go pretty far in on that thing, can't you? All right, let's hope this is in a good place. There we go. Such fun. Well, not quite centered, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. At least it's on there. Okay, so there is my first scrap shoot. So we had 6 scraps. We had to get 1, 2, and then there was this paper 3. There were 2 pieces of the book page, 4, 5, and then the circles, which is, where's the circles? Oh, here they are, 6. So that's what we ended up with. So I hope you'll play along. Remember that you can use anything else in addition to the scraps you pick. The only rule is that you have to use the scraps you picked. I mean, if you don't like them, you can change them up. That's the thing. You have options. I hope you all have a delightful day, and go be the good. Have a delightful day, guys. Love you.